Hi everybody. In this video, I'll talk a little bit about the basics of the Jupyter backend. So first of all, there's the notebook tab here. So that is where you can have a notebook or you can have some other aspects like a terminal, but here we'll focus on a notebook. So there are two kind of main menus. So this main menu is the kind of primary menu for the Jupyter backend, and this one here is specific to the notebook itself. So if you're editing a notebook, here are very important aspects like you can save your work with the file icon. Here are some cut, copy, and paste aspects. These are for running cells, these icons. So the triangle means you can run a cell. If a cell freezes, you can stop it by this square icon. If the whole notebook freezes, the first kind of way to try and fix it is restart the kernel. So you might want to restart the kernel if your notebook is frozen up, or if you have perhaps installed some new software and you need to restart it to take effect. And this is a useful cell where you have the two triangles. That means restart the kernel and run all the cells from scratch. So if you're in the middle of developing and you are not sure if you've done everything in order for somebody else to be able to run your code, you can click this to just check to see how it goes. Also in the notebook, the thing here, this is tells you which kernel you're in. Generally, you probably want to either be in the Python kernel or the iGuide kernel. But for example, if you work with AI, you might end up needing the GeoAI kernel. So these basically just have different pre-installed software that are kind of built in. Mostly Python, but there's some that have like R. And down here, you can find some information about where you are, about the thing. This says the kernel is idle, but it can say it's busy doing something if you're running code. Up here is the main menu bar. You can have general aspects, general commands that you might expect. The edit has editing operations like undo, redo, select all, copy, paste, find. The view might expand and contract and talk about some of the appearance of the notebook and the thing. The run kernel has another shortcut for running the cells. This kernel tab also allows you to restart and shut down your kernels. And then some other ones, settings, you probably don't need to look into this too much unless you're a more advanced user. So in this area here, so right now I have the kind of file browser aspect. So this button right here creates a new launcher. So that's kind of like your new document equivalent for this Jupyter backend. You can create a new notebook. So for example, if I wanted to create a new Python notebook, I can do that for the launcher. It has untitled and it's starting to do right away with a code cell. You can create a new folder and that would show up in this directory. You can upload files by here or refresh the browser. So if you've created a new file, it'll show there. So that's kind of the main interface that you'll use. You can click the file browser to collapse that if you want more space. The other important thing is here. This icon with a circle with a square, it shows your open tabs and your open kernels. So one thing that's nice to do, if you're working, you can save your work, and let's just call it untitled for now. But when you're done with that, it's really useful to shut down kernels so that they're not just lagging, and that helps save the computational space for us. So that's basically the overview of the Jupyter backend.